Hey everybody, it's Ms. Kaysen. I wanted to share one of the math books that I have in my classroom. And guys, just keep in mind, this is just for fun. It's not an extra assignment. There's no activity or work attached to this. It's simply just a read aloud that I wanted to share with you. And I hope you enjoy it. And whoever else wants to watch that's at home with you, I hope they join with you. All right, so for today's book, it's called A House for Birdie. This is about measurement, attributes, thinking about things that are smaller, taller, longer, shorter, fatter, skinnier, different attributes like that. So pay attention to those things as you read the book. Pay attention to the birds as well as the bird houses that they find. Guys, this is Birdie. Poor tiny Birdie had no house. When the rain fell, he got wet. When the wind blew, he was always cold. One day, Birdie gathered his friends together. Spike was tall, thin, and narrow. Queenie was tall, fat, and wide. Goldie was short, fat, and wide. And Fidget was short, thin, and narrow. I need a house, peeped Birdie. Can you help me find one that's just the right size for me? Off they all flew to find a house for Birdie. Look, there's a nice house in that tree, called Spike. It looks way too tall for me, peeped Birdie. Pay attention to the opening, pay attention to how tall the birdhouse is, and pay attention to the size of Peep. I think he might have a point. I don't know if that's the right house for him. Birdie was right. It was tall, thin, and narrow, just like Spike. It fits me better than my old house, called Spike. I think I'll move in. Queenie, Goldie, and Fidget followed Birdie as he flew on. There's a pretty house on that pole, honked Queenie. Oh, it's much too fat and wide for me, peeped Birdie. Because look at how tall that is and where the opening is. And look at how big Peep is. I think if he got down inside of that birdhouse, he might have trouble singing out of that hole and maybe even getting out of it. So let's see what happens. They all looked at the house. Goldie tried to get in. I can fit, she squawked. I'm fat and wide. No way, honked Queenie. You're much too short. It fits me the best, and I could use a new house. I think I'll take it. And guys, I have to agree. When you're looking at these two birds, yes, they're both kind of wide, but if this bird got inside, kind of like Peep, I think they would have a really hard time seeing out of that opening and possibly even getting in and out of it. And when you look at the pink bird, it's tall like she is and it's wide like she is. So the same way we're paying attention to the attributes of the birds and the bird houses, we need to do that when we're looking at shapes as well. Goldie, Fidget, and Birdie kept going. Over there on the fence, squawked Goldie. There's a cute house. It's short, just like me, but it's very fat and wide, peeped Birdie. I can fit, chirped Fidget. But it's much too fat and wide for you, squawked Goldie. She climbed in, and it was perfect for her. I think I'll stay, squawked Goldie. I agree. The size is way better for her instead of Fidget, and especially Birdie. That left Fidget to help Birdie find a house. I'll never find a house that's just right for me, peeped Birdie. Wait, chirped Fidget. There's a lovely house on that limb, and it's very short and narrow. Well, it might work, peeped Birdie hopefully. Birdie tried it out. It may be short and narrow, but it's still too big for me, he peeped. Well, it's nice and thin too, chirped Fidget, just like me. There's no house that's the right size for me, peeped Birdie sadly. It started to rain. The wind began to blow. Birdie was wet and cold. Guys, the same way the story started. called Spike. How awful, honked Queenie. This is terrible, squawked Goldie. We must do something, chirped Fidget. And they all flew over to help Birdie. It is awesome that his friends are really great friends like that, and they realize when their friend needs help. So Spike gathered some twigs, Queenie picked some leaves, Goldie found some grass, and Fidget put it all together. What are they doing, guys? They're helping him build a birdhouse that's just right for him. I can't wait for Birdie to see this. Birdie was dry and warm. This house is tiny all around, peeped Birdie. It's just the right size for me. Guys, I'm so glad Birdie had a really good group of friends that could help him out, because remember, the whole point of this book was to find a house for Birdie, but instead all of his friends seemed to find just right houses. So I'm glad that in the end, Birdie solved his problem and everybody got a new house out of it. I thought this page was pretty cool because it takes the different bird houses and it made them transparent, like it took away the walls, so you could see just how perfect of a fit each house was for each bird. Guys, I hope you enjoyed our book, A House for Birdie. Keep tuning in to my e-class page because I'm going to make more videos of more books. And again, remember, they're just for fun. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy, and just know how much I miss you guys. Hope to see you soon. Bye.